What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We are back with the problematic Range Rover. Let's get into it. So here's my once very broken 2011 Range Rover HSE Sport Luxury. That's right, this is the Lux package. What that means, I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. But I do know that we got a few things we need to button up on this thing today before it can be ready to head to Copart. So I got my booster pack because, as usual, it's dead as a doornail. Oops. Okay, first things first, we're going to pop the hood. We're going to have to jump start it so we can get it into the shop. You might notice it looks, well, it looks a little cleaner than it did the last time. Well, I had on the spot detailing come out and, well, he came out and he cleaned it up. Oh, yeah, don't tell him that I immediately threw a wheel and a tire in the car after he cleaned it. It had to be done. Take a look at this thing though, man. It really cleaned up nice. I'm really surprised. If you guys remember, this thing was absolutely trashed when I got it. And now it looks like $1 million, at least on the outside and the interior. However, under the hood, oh nice. The birds are already, you know, using it as a bathroom. Under the hood, however, it still looks like a bit of a mess. I'll need to do something about that. We'll clean it up, but we're gonna jump start it. We're gonna get it into the shop because the shop is air conditioned, and there I can get this battery out. The battery I bought is not exactly the right battery for this, but it's close enough, and I hope it works. The appropriate battery for this was $200, and it was an AGM battery. I'm not spending $200 on a battery, so I bought one for $69. There's the battery right there. That's a $69 Walmart battery. We got some cleaners and stuff because I was running low. And in the back, that's right, the old wheel thing is heavy, all cleaned up with a new tire ready to go. And once we do that, this thing should be done and ready to go out to Copart for sale. Booster pack is hooked up. Let's go ahead and fire it up. Hopefully it wants to cooperate with us today. She's been running really well lately, so I don't see any reason why today would be any exception to that. Here we go. There it is. Still got a few warning lights on. I'll be honest with you, I don't care. I really don't. I am so done with working on this thing. I'm ready to send it down the road. Again, I only paid, what, $2,500 for this? I think that's what I paid for. It's $2,500. I only paid, I think, $80 for that tire, $14 to have it installed, a bottle of Blue Devil. Listen to her. She's ready. Let's get it in the garage. Let's get some of this last little tidbit stuff done, so we can send her on down the road and hopefully turn it into a profit. Now, I don't anticipate this being a long video, but now that I've said it, well, it'll probably turn into one. There's not too much that needs to be done. We got that new tire out, and we need to get it on. I've got it up in the air. I've done the cheap and easy, and a lot of you are going to hate this, but it is what it is. It's the Tire Shine. If you guys have never used it before, Tire Shine works great on a dirty engine bay. It gets in there, cleans it up, and leaves a nice oily residue that most people hate, but it makes it look pretty good. Much better than it did before. Now, once this is all settled, I'm going to wipe it all down so that hopefully it's not nearly as greasy. We got to change out that battery, and then, I don't know, the old girl should be ready to go down the road. I'm excited because hopefully this one will bring us a little bit of money. The Cadillac, she's disabled. I feel bad for the girl. We finally got her right where we wanted her to be. And I don't know if you noticed, but there's a definite difference over here. Yep, something went kaboom on the old 65 Cadillac. Love the car, man. I do. So does Santa. I think everybody that's been in this car just loves it. We got her all cleaned up and everything and ready to go to this cruising event, and we made it, and we were riding in style, man. And then poof, yeah, blew a bag we blew a bag and had to cripple the old girl home. So stay tuned. We're going to be replacing one of the bags on this car, and we hadn't even left for Power Tour yet. But in this video, we're going to finish working on this 2011 Range Rover, and I can't wait to get this thing done and get it down the road to its new owners. Ready for some editing magic? Boom! Boy, if only that's how it worked in real life. That'd be really nice. Don't worry, it's supposed to collapse like that. We're gonna disconnect the battery, slap a brand new one in. We're gonna hope the new one fits. Then we can wipe all this greasy mess down, and we'll fire it up, see what she does. All right, I've taken quite a bit of time with my Autel MaxiSys, and I have gone into every module. I've reset all of the adaptations. I have cleared all of the codes. I have no doubt that there are still going to be some codes left. We're going to shut it off. I'm going to unplug my reader, which is way down here. Let's see if it starts any better with a brand new battery. Well, I'll be. Tailgate's open. It always says coolant level low, even though the coolant level is not low. It's definitely running a little differently than it was earlier. One thing I noticed, I hear the compressor kicking in. One thing I noticed, we do not have a check engine light. And that was a big deal for me. The tailgate is open. Let's push it and there we go. It's closed. Yeah, the hatch opens separately. Very nice. Listen to this thing run. No smoke. Listen to her. Wow. Man, it's come such a long way, ladies and gentlemen. Such a long way from where it was. Give you a quick peek under the hood. Look at that. It almost looks respectable, doesn't it? It blows my mind. Now, I didn't buy this with the intention of going through and fixing every single thing that needed to be addressed with it. You know, it was just, let's see if we could get it running. And we did. And you've got a TPMS light, and you got two red lights, or one red light, one yellow light. The yellow light is for the brake pad wear. The red light, I'm not sure what that's for. That may be for the low coolant, but it always says low coolant. Whether or not the coolant's low doesn't matter. It always says low coolant. Air conditioning, you can turn that on. There we go. AC works great. The heat is working. And it runs. That's the big deal. You can shut it off. Put your foot on the brake. She fires right up now. How about that? I'm beyond happy with this car. It's come such a long way from where it started not that long ago. It was not very long ago that this thing was dropped off and it didn't run. It was blowing smoke when we finally got it running. It was blowing smoke. It was blowing coolant out from under the engine. You know, it was misfiring. Look at her now. Man. All right, one more time around it, guys. I think this makes for a happy ending. Is it perfect? Of course not. It's not perfect. It never will be. It's an old Range Rover. It's not supposed to be perfect. The main thing is it runs, it drives, air conditioning, heat, the windows work, and really, it doesn't leak anything, and it has working suspension. Four-wheel drive works like it should. Should get down the road. Boy, that AC is too cold, honestly. Let's turn that on. It is this AC will freeze you out. Signals. I think she's ready. I think she's ready. It's time to close up this hood and close out this chapter of, here we go again with all these stupid warnings. This chapter of the channel, another Range Rover brought home and another Range Rover put back on the road again. All right, I put some gas in her. We're ready to go take some pictures. Get this thing up on Copart's website. There we go. Oh, it rides so nice. And I'll bet it takes some pretty damn good pictures too. All right. Ooh, she's got power. Man. I always forget because I don't drive this thing very often, obviously, with all the problems I had, but she'll get out and get up. Not an issue. Easy, girl, easy. I just put some fresh fuel in her and she's ready to go. She is ready to go, man. All right. Well, let's get some pictures of her out here in the daylight before it gets too dark on us. Get her listed up on the old Copart website. And hopefully we can turn this thing into some cash. And just like that, we've got the lot number created, 51003453. It's uploading the images now. And that's a wrap. We have listed it on Copart's website. Super easy. One of the easiest things to do is to put these things up on Copart. And I'll take her for one last quick run. Now we're going to put her up because you don't want to be driving your own vehicles that you're trying to sell. It's kind of a no-no. You want to park them, otherwise you could have an accident. I mean, you could run over something in the road, something could blow up. Just a bad idea. Here we go. She runs great. She really does. I am so happy with the way this SUV came out. I really am. I don't think I could have been happier with the way this thing turned out. It arrived to us completely broken, non-running. It was headed for scrap. It was, and you guys know it. You guys know it. This thing was headed for the scrap yard, man. Now look at it. Temperature's normal. It's been sitting here running. I've driven it around. I've gotten onto it. Purrs like a kitten, man. What a great outcome for this old truck. Well, I don't know what more there is to do. This is what I live for. This is what I truly enjoy, is finding things that are in need of repair, things that are really destined for a junkyard, bringing them home and bringing them back to life. We've got quite a few of those here. This one, obviously, next to it, the Kia Forte that we got for 2,000 bucks, a 2014. All it needed was a few minor repairs. I put, I don't know, 150, maybe 200 tops, but probably right around $150 into this, and she runs and drives and gets over 30 miles a gallon. This one right here, I don't know what to tell you. It didn't need any work. It was just weird. It was different, and that's what I loved about it. I wanted it because it was weird and different, but now that I've had it, I've experienced it, down the road, that one goes. Now, I'll tell you something, though. The Kia is a good one. The Kia this is a good one too. The only problem is you're only going to get like 30 miles down the road. So that's a problem. The Kia, this is a great car. The Range Rover, it runs, drives, and rides super smooth. This thing is amazing, but it terrifies me. It really does. It terrifies me because, well, it's a Range Rover, man, and it's probably going to break down at some point again. These things always need repairs. They're like high maintenance items, guys, and I'm happy that this one is done, at least for me, and moving on. The SL600, I don't even know what to say about this one other than it's a phenomenal car. I've put a couple hundred miles on it, and it drives great. It's still low on power, but the check engine light is not on. The active body control seems to be functioning properly. It hasn't been acting wonky anymore. I've had no issues getting it started, but there's a lot of service that I want to do to this car, and unfortunately I have yet to hear back from the company that we were in the middle of negotiating a sponsorship, and we've done sponsorships before, and then they just ghosted me. It happens. I'm not mad. I'm not going to blast them or anything like that. It is what it is, man. You know, these things happen. It's just a shame because this car is going to cost quite a bit in parts, and I wanted to get genuine parts to replace the stuff that's wrong with it, you know. And unfortunately, that may not happen. And if that's the case, it was a fun car, and I guess I'll send it down the road. Next, the S550. Well, I don't know what else to say about this car, other than it's absolutely filthy, and it's a shame to let a car this nice get this dirty. But I do live down a dirt road. Not to worry, though. I will get this thing in for a proper detail. We'll get it cleaned up, and we'll come back and see what she looks like when she's all buffed out. I guarantee you, Brian over there at the Auto Spa, he's going to be able to make this thing look really, really nice. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you enjoyed the series on the Range Rover as much as I enjoyed making it for you. I had a blast with that one, mainly because I didn't think that one was coming back. I didn't. I thought that one was for sure a goner, and we fixed it on the cheap. I'm really excited for that one. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not currently subscribed. Drop those comments down below. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.